This is Ecclesiastes, known as Sirach 25, verse 12. The fear of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua is the beginning of his love. Okay? Anybody that has good parents know that you can say you love them, but if you're not being obedient and showing them that fear, then you're not lining up with that so-called love. And faith is the beginning of cleaving unto him. So first of all, we got to fear. What is the way of fearing Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? By being obedient to his law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities. Okay. 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, which is your what? Your life, your mind. So if your mind is plagued, then you're dealing with craziness. Okay. All right. And any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, which majority of the time goes right along with your lie being plagued. There's very little things that'll drive a man over other than maybe expenses in his relationship. Okay. And that is a direct punishment because what are the men supposed to do? We're supposed to be in a relationship with Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So since we're disobedient, he makes the one thing that we cherish and care about be disobedient to us, which is women. Okay. And this plays out on a major scale. This is not just the household, not just your wife and your daughter. This is our people. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, our people. Yasharala, let's get it. This is a response to the Elder Hawad, okay, of North Carolina. First of all, I want to say, call Haloyim La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel. Shalom to the Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, the true sisters who learn in silence and sincerity. All right, this is very important. This is directed to you women, okay? The I'm gonna name this a day closer to Eves Sapatyam, which means judgment. Okay, before I get that word, let's read this. Doja reveals being a straight man is the biggest red flag. What does red flag mean? No, no, do not do when dating. So I'm gonna read this again. Doja, this wicked looking, could be trans. I mean, close to trans. If she born female, she born female, but she's definitely not covering the bases. Okay. Doja reveals being a straight man, which she doesn't look like a straight woman, is the biggest red flag. Red flag meaning do not do when dating. All right. Well, that's why I named this one day closer to Eve's. Eve is not the Aquith that we salute at the beginning. The Aquith are those who in the understanding that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is their power and they go to the best of their ability to act that way. Not to be wicked, not to usurp a man. Salaki, not to try to usurp a man claiming she's Hebrew, but sincerity follow the statutes of being a Hebrew woman. Okay? So let's get that. I'm not even going to read. This is Joel 3 and 12. I'm not going to read the verse. We're pointing out the word judgment. Okay, judge. All right. And Jehoshaphat goes into judge too. But this is just the word by itself. Judge. What does it say? H 8199. Shapat.
Strong's H 8199. Shaphat. Shaphat.
Well, it's not Shapat. Okay. And I put yum because in paleo, yum means multiple, numeral. Okay. With plural to sum it up. Okay. Judge, governor, venidate, punish. Okay. To punish. That's where we're getting at. So that's why I named this once again. A day closer to Eve's Shapatyam, judgment. Okay. And she deserves it in every way. Now, once again, take a good look at this. Does it look like somebody that should be giving women advice at all? And the answer is clearly no. Okay. but she's wicked. She's other wicked. So let's get it. To clarify what she said it's a red flag to be with a man that is only willing to be with a woman as the Yahweh Bashim Yahushua intended. So let's get it. Deuteronomy, Salakia, Deuteronomy 23 and 17. There shall be no whores of the daughters of Yasharallah, you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. Okay, you speckled birds that look like other nations, but your father's seed, his lineage comes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There shall be no whores of the daughters of Yasharallah, nor a sodomite of the sons of Yasharallah. What a sodomite. So you're encouraging women that they should participate with sodomites and not the men that obey this law, statute, and commandment. Well, let's get it. Now you make me go all the way here with it. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 19, verse 1. Embrace yourself because I gotta read it. What is this? The doom, and that's what we are. We're doomsday prophets, including when we're speaking to you, Eve, telling you what you got lined up. The doom of Sodom. So yes, Canaan, I am Canaan, a doomsday prophet. The doom of Sodom. Okay, and this has happened, but yet we live in spiritual Sodom. Gomorrah today. This was yet for example of today's times that we live in. All right, Genesis 19 and 1. And there came two angels to Sodom at Eve. And Lot sat in the gates of Sodom, and Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them. And he bowed himself with his face towards the ground. And he said, behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, unto your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early, and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the streets all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in to him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast and did break unleavened bread. And we're going into that Passover with unleavened bread. And they did eat. But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, composed the house around Salakia. Okay, I'm gonna read that 4 again. Genesis 19:4. But before this is Ecclesiastes. Okay, Salakia. The interview or the lesson had been interrupted. So back to Genesis 19 and 4. But before they laid down, the angels thereof, the men of the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house around, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So this is the city coming in with this wicked mentality. Okay, and they called upon Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them. Now we've been over through this know them. This know them is not, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? Let's get familiar. This know them is a wicked act of laying with a man like you would lay with a woman. Okay, know them. All right. And Lot went out at the door unto them and said, and shut the door after him. Okay. And Lot is responsible for these men because he's the caretaker. He invited them in. Okay. And said, I pray you, brother, do not such wickedly. See, that no has nothing to do with, hey, knocking on the door. What's up? What's your name? I'm Scott. You Tim. Nah. This is some wickedness, okay? Sexual deviance. Behold, now I have two daughters which have not known men. Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you, and do ye to them as it is good in your eyes. And look at this. This has got to be a righteous man to say, I will set my virgin daughters out who have not known men before you harass these men because it's unlawful. Okay. Only unto these men do nothing, for Therefore came they under the shadow of my roof. Okay, once again, he's saying they're under my protection. Okay, and they said, stand back. And they said again, this one fellow came in to sojourn, and he will needs be a judge. Now, will we deal worse with thee than with them? And they pressed sore upon the man, even Lot, and came near to break the door. Okay, there you know this is some wicked ass men. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shah made this place an example. But the men put forth their hand and pulled Lot into the house to them and shut the door. And they smote the men that were at the door of the house with blindness. Now, though, if that getting to know them was a righteous act, would they go as far as to make them blind? No, both small and great. So they that wearied themselves to find the door. All right. Now, verse 12. And the man said unto Lot, hast thou here any beside son in law and thy sons and thy daughters, and whosoever and whatsoever thou hast in thy city, bring them out of this place, for we will destroy this place, because the cry of them has waxed great before the face of Yahweh Bashim Shai, and Yahweh Bashim Shai has sent us to destroy it. Okay, this is judgment. All right, ain't nowhere around it. This is not to forgive, not to warn them to stop doing this wicked act to destroy it. And Lot went out and spoke unto his son-in-laws, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for Yahweh Bashim Shah will destroy this city. But he seemed as one mocking unto his son-in-laws. So they're not trying to hear that shit. Plain and simple. They wasn't taking heed of the warning, the same warnings that we're casting today upon you wicked generation. And I'm sick of it. And I'm talking all the way to my own family, to my family, Yasharallah, he Prince of Power. Okay? But we know this truth is only for the election. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened not, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy two daughters, which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And while he lingered, the man laid held upon him. And while he lingered, Lot wasn't even quick to move. The man laid hold upon his head and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his two daughters. Okay. So Salakia, let me read that right. Genesis 19 and 16. And while he lingered, the man laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife and upon the hand of his two daughters. Remember, the sons disregarded it as a mocking. Okay. Yahweh Bashim Shai being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city. Okay. And it came to pass when they had brought them forth abroad that he said, escape for thy life. Look not behind thee. Look not behind thee. Neither stay thou in all the plains. Escape to the mountains, lest thou be consumed. And Lot said unto them, oh, not so, my Lord. Behold, now thy servants have found grace in thy sight. That's Canaan in thy sight. And thou hast magnified thy mercy. That's Gasad, which thou hast showed unto me in saving my family, in saving my life. Salaki, in saving my life. And I cannot escape to the mountains, lest some evil take me and I die. Behold, now the city is near to flee unto, and it is a little one. Oh, let me escape theref Is it not a little one? And my soul shall live. And he said unto him, See, I have accepted thee concerning this thing also, that I will not overthrow this city for the which thou hast spoken. So the angel said, Okay, for your sake, I will not overthrow that city. Okay, haste thee, escape there, for I cannot do anything till thou be come there. Therefore, the name of the city was called Zor. Okay, the sun was risen upon the earth when Lot entered into Zor. Then Yahweh by Shem Shai reigned upon Sodom and Gomorrah, brimstone and fire from Yahweh Bashim El Shai out the heavens. Okay. And that same brimstone and fire will be used today in the form of man's technology, the ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles. That's a warning right there that the Lord did not have to use Edom to do this. He did it himself. Okay. Now, the reason why he set Edom up to do this is part of Edom's God complex, to believe that he is above God. So, once again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai did not use metal containers or whatever you would call it, those materials last time. He sent them directly from the heavens. This time, he set it in the man of Edom, in the man of Teman, in the man of the wicked to have the idea to bring forth this destruction. But once again, it's just the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So I'm going to read this 24 again. Then Yahweh Bashim Yahushai reigned upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh Bashim Shai out of heaven. Okay. And to this day, there's proof of the remains of that which took place of what am I trying to say? The word the leftover, like the nuclear fallout left over. Okay. And he overthrew these cities and all the plains and all the inhabitations of the cities and that which drew upon the ground. But, but, but his wife looked back, which was given the commandment not to, from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Okay. But Genesis 19 and 26, but his wife looked back from behind him, and she became a pillar of salt. Now, this is the book of Luke 17, and it really didn't have to go farther than this. This is red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. Remember Lot's wife. So even Yahweh Bashim Shai preached this example, this warning to the people. Remember Lot's wife. Now that's gotta be there for a reason. And it is. It's for a memorial or remembrance to you, Eve. Okay? But you Eve still want to be exalted and haughty minded. This is the book of Exodus 22 and 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. Do you understand that? So I can't draw back up the picture because I already shut it down. But you see what she looked like. Fucking cleavage showing whatever little cleavage she got. Man's coat on, man's apparel. A woman should not wear that what pertains to a man, like a man should not wear that pertains to a woman. So she's just breaking all the borders, telling our people that the red flag is a man that is about Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's business, not being Peggy Bundy. Okay, but being a real man and using his parts as they intended, not even going to a woman, but definitely not to go into a man's backside or a woman's backside. Okay, because that's not how you produce life, and that is how you produce sickness and injury. Okay, so this our nation is going to get judged. All right, our nation will be judged. This is the book of Micah, and no way around it, man. 2/3. And all you dummies thinking that all of Yasharala is supposed to wake up, that'll never happen on this end. Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it. I think Doja is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's enemy. Okay. And shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai? Thy Allah, thy power. The same thing that Job's wife had said when she said, curse him and die. Okay. My enemies shall behold her. My Shalakia, my eyes shall behold her. The eyes of who? How about Shem Yahushai? Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. Now shall she be saved as the mire? No, she should be trodden down, punished. And we all know that women outnumber men. We all know that there is a 1/3 and a 2/3 of Yasharala. So you do the math. All right. There is more women that will receive punishment than salvation. It's just that simple. I'm gonna read this one more time. Micah 7 and 10. Then she that is my enemy, not my friend, shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me. And who did she say this to? The prophets, once again, to Job, to all the mighty men. They're saying it today in our house as we struggle and we go through this suffer, as we going through this refinery process. The Yahweh Bashim Yahshua said he would take his men through. The women hate us. Okay, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, thy Allah, thy power? I've had it happen to me in my home. My eyes shall behold her. Now she shall be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not taking this. Okay, this is the book of Revelations 14 and 20. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle. That's up to damn near 6 feet tall of blood by the space of 1,600 furlongs. Okay, blood everywhere. That's all I can tell you. Blood will be everywhere. And once again, it will be involving majority of you women because there's just more of you than us. Okay, this is the book of First Timothy. And this is a warning to the Akwith. This is a warning to the Akwith, the sisters who do this in sincerity, not playing with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua at all. Verse 11. Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. So your opinion doesn't count, woman, especially when it's a wicked opinion. Okay? But I suffer, not a woman, to teach. Now, do these rappers teach? Yes, they have a major influence. I say it all the time. They are prophets. They are wicked prophets. You male and female opening your mouth, not knowing that everything you say, even all you podcast motherfucking personalities that have an opinion about something that is not of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you are a false prophet. Okay? There's no opinions that don't escape Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Either you know that you said something wrong and you repent it, or it's going to be held against you. Okay? But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over a man, but to be silenced. Okay? For Adam was formed first, then Eve. Okay? And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in transgression. So sin came through Eve, okay? That's why I named this once again. A day closer to Eve's Sapatyam, which is judgment, okay? Now listen to this. Nevertheless, notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing, okay, of a man from the election. If thou continue in faith and in charity and in holiness with sobriety. And what's that sobriety? Not drinking. That sobriety is holding on to these law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? And this is how I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna pull my favorite sword out the sheath for this one. Luke 19. Because this pertains to all this pertains to all, okay, including you, Eves. 19 and 27. But those, red letter, but those my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them. You think that Doja thinks anything highly of Yahushua reigning over her, telling women that a straight man is a red flag? Bring here and slay them before me, and that slaying will be the many. Okay, and this has been a day closer to Shapatyam, which is judgment. Eve's Shapatyam. Okay? Eve's Shapatyam, which is judgment. With that, I pray that this has been edifying. Shalom.